Okay, so let's get this show on the road. Today I am refining my light bar idea. So a little while ago I came up with this set of sketches, and I actually have some of the parts here with me, in particular the battery packs and the LEDs. So I'm going to go ahead and take some actual measurements and try and figure out what this thing is going to end up looking like with dimensions. So let's get started. First off, I should go and take some notes. So for instance, I can tell you that this battery pack is 2.5 inches by 3 inches. So battery pack, let's go and do this up here. For some odd reason, the ones I got are all set up like this. So I'm going to have to do some work in here. But that is 3 inches by, let's check that again, 2.3 or 2.5. We're going to go with 2.5, give us a little bit of wiggle room. Actually, I could make that 2.25 or 3.25 right there. So this is our standard battery pack. Now our light strips sit here. This is a standard LED light strip. LED light strips require that you have 3 LEDs per battery pack, or basically each LED requires 4 volts, and they are wired up so you run a total of 12 volts through the system. So if I was going to use just one set, I would cut it right here. So I'd have 1, 2, 3 LEDs, add them together, which you get to make 12 volts. One of these provides 12 volts. That's 1, 2, 3, 12 volts. So I need to do these in sets of 3. Let's figure out how big that is going to be. So our LED strip is, or group of 3 is 1 inch by 0.3 inches. So I'm going to say that a group of LEDs is 1 inch by 1/2. Oops, let's move that down a little bit here. A 1/2 inch. Okay. So this sort of leads us to some interesting ideas. So if we've got our battery pack sitting over here, let's see if we can get these. And again, these are 18650 cells, which, if you're wondering why things are perhaps a little bit weird or different from the 12 or from the AA, that's why 18650. Okay, and again, these are 3.25 roughly. And then let's go ahead and run our LED strips from here all the way across to here. We're going to have another set of 18650 battery pack. 3 pack. Okay, so I've got that. And for some odd reason, I actually really like this general size that we're drawing up right now. So let's see here. Before we get too far, let's go ahead and cap these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if each one of these strips is ½ an inch-ish wide, and our battery packs are 3-ish inches wide, that means I should be able to get a grand total of 6 LED light strips per battery pack length or width. And hey, that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could get more, but that's going to work out really nicely. So let's see. If we make that 3.25 from this point to that point, then we need to figure out what this depth or this length here is, and we only know that that is 2.5 inches there. So now we're going to come over across like this. And if I put these here like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do 6 sets inside this light. So that would be a 6 by 6 grid, which should put off a lot of light. So let's go and do that. 6 inches here. Again, double quote for inches, single quote for feet. 2.5 inches there. Okay, so all in all, this thing is going to be 6, 2.5, 2.5 is 5, so 11 inches from this point to this point. Technically, I'm over dimensioning here, but I am of the opinion that you need more dimensions, not less. So that's going to set there. So really, I've got one piece of polycarbonate that is 3.5 inches. .5 inches by, if we went with 11, would that work? Let's find out. I could make it work, but it feels a little tight in there, so why don't we make that 12 instead? So you can make that 3.5 inches by 12 inches, and then we can go in here and make a smaller section that is, let's see, 3.5 inches by 6, 7. Let's say 7 inches. And these two would stack on top of each other. So this is polycarb A. And this is polycarb B. Everything gets stacked on top of polycarb A. We stack polycarb B sitting on top of it, maybe throw in a little switch over here. This is the IT switch. So we can power the whole, so we can switch between, say, battery packs and outlet power. And this should be good. Of course, we'll plan for little bolt holes here in the corners, which means we're going to have bolt holes here, and that we just need to go up to ACE4. I think I've got number 10 machine screws. And I think those are 1 inch long, so those will work. I've got the switch already. And yeah, I think the strips and here we need these quarter. So I think this is about it. We've got our holes for these things, stacking everything. These quarter inch holes will go for 1/4 inch 20 bolts, so that we can attach the thing to a tripod. We've got space for the batteries. We've got space for the LED. We've got a little bit of wiggle room on each side for wiring purposes. We've got notation for a switch. We know how our batteries are set up. We know how much space our LEDs take. I think we're good. This sketch is done.